Oh, Luke actually has fixed their microphone, so let's bring them back up on stage.
Hello?
Hey, Luke. There we go.
So, how's it going?
Doing good, and you?
Well, you know, just here chilling, just listening to the conversations. And I can probably say, I don't know, because I've been eating meat for like last 18 years, right? I never thought about changing to vegetarian or any kind of like pescatarian or not. I did watch documentaries when I was younger. That did not change my view about it, because it's like I always had like I have this thought in my head, because we be eating meat for like millions of years, like without stopping, you know? Because let's think about it. Our ancestors ate meat, you know? It didn't stop. They did not stop eating meat. They hunted, right?
Yeah, but we are asking people to stop now.
But think about it. Does an actual animal have consent? Do they have the brain capacity to say, yo, I don't want to be eaten because I'm actually...
That's not how
I'm actually alive.
Like,
I understand you. I understand how... I understand
Luke,
what you're going through. But like...
Luke, if you were born without the ability to speak, would I therefore be justified in taking your life away from you based on the pure fact that you are not able to speak?
I mean... yes or no? I mean, no. But like... Okay, think about it.
Okay, no.
So
would you say yes or
no? Can a animal think like us? Yes or no?
You can never know. There are evidence to animal cognitions and animal intelligence.
That's only some, not all.
But how is the degree of intelligence relevant? So would you say that a disabled human, we were justified in taking the life away from a disabled human based on the fact that they don't have the same amount of cognitive capacity as other humans?
I mean, no, it's a human being, but like...
Okay, why is the characteristic or the trait of human beingness relevant to this?
Because animals are animals. We've been eating animals for a long time now. You cannot change the fact about that.
We have been sacrificing. We have been sacrificing humans.
We have been sacrificing for ourselves throughout generations. You can't lie about it. Your ancestors have eaten meat a lot, and even mine. I'm not saying it's good, but it's a thing. It's a part of our culture. Like all over the world, you eat meat. It's not something that, oh wow, we kill animals all over the world, like seafood, worms, insects. We eat them throughout the world. I'm not saying it's good, but we have been doing this for a long time now.
But
for a long time.
That does not justify anything at all. That doesn't give any valuable information. The fact that something has been going on for a long time does not mean it is justified.
Why do you think animals should live? No, in your opinion.
Why I think animals should live? Because I respect their life and their bodily autonomy in much the same way I respect other people to not have my bodily autonomy and my life be taken away from myself unnecessarily. Therefore, I extend the same compassion and understanding towards other sentient beings as well. So
you respect them as a being?
I respect their sentience and their capacity to feel suffering and pain and pleasure, which is the shared trait between all sentient beings. This is not some
pretty much
all sentient beings share that trait.
Right.
Yeah. So the reason I'm vegan is because I respect sentience.
And when did you start becoming vegan?
When I started becoming vegan was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And for me, it was not a start and an end, like in terms of a gradual process. I watched Dominion, and it was a black and white change for me. I changed in a matter of hours, in a matter of an evening.
So, was the change hard for you? Was it
Oh,
hard at the beginning?
no, it was not hard, because fundamentally I place my morals above my preference for something to be difficult or easy. The question of difficulty or easiness did not arrive because I recognize that the life of an animal is worth more than whatever I justify myself to be easy or hard. And that makes it, coincidentally, looking at it from that perspective, makes the process of going vegan very easy.
I see. So that's how you went vegan, and it was an easy change for you. Well, this might sound bad, but did you ever as a child have any animals?
Oh,
Like,
yes?
and did you eat them?
No.
That you grew yourself?
No, I did never
And
eat animals
well,
that,
because
like,
do you mind if I ask where you're from?
Norway.
Oh no,
And you?
nice. I'm from Romania.
Oh,
I
cool.
just and
Sweet. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. While I was a child, I had different animals and I grew fond of them. But then one time I was like, my mom was like, my dad, come on, like you can't get attached to these things forever. They will die eventually, some way, other way. And that did not change my perception about every animal. Like not all animals should die for no reason, you know, just for our preference. But like, I mean, like you look at your dog, you love them. You don't want them to die. You love animals. You love all sentient beings because you don't want them to die because you share something with them. You share pain of her. You share like emotions. You share different experiences. But at the end of the day, they'll all die. And then at some point, if everybody goes vegan, and I mean it, there will be that one person that will go against it. I'm not saying it's bad to be vegan. It's just my view upon it. Like I did try to go vegan and pescatarian once, but it was not because of the meat. It was just because of my diet, and I couldn't do it. When I tried to be a vegetarian for like 6 months, I was too frail. Couldn't really work myself. Pescatarian. When I was trying to be a pescatarian, didn't work out for myself. Didn't like fish a lot. I stuck to being, herbivore, eating plants and meat. I tried because I had my fair share of experiences throughout my life to change my views upon it, and I did. Like I do want, like, listen, I'm a meat lover. I can't say I'm not, but I want animals to be treated nicely in the environment, not to be treated like shit. You know what I mean? And I want them to die having like a nice life, like not a shitty one, like just be bred and just get killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem here is that you're arguing for welfareism, which is the argument that we should only care about increasing the welfare of animals while they are alive, which I fundamentally disagree with, because the problem here is not the welfare of animals. The problem here is that we are taking their life away from them unnecessarily when we don't need to in the first place, because there isn't anything gotten from animal products that is not gotten in plants.
Okay. Ask you a thing. Let's say you're not addicted, but let's say you like this something, right? For a lot. Let's say you like this thing a lot. Let's say I can stop eating meat anytime, but it's just I don't want to. Okay? I tried, but I couldn't do it. And let's say let's just say you love something really much and you can't get rid of it. All people that will have that like love meat really much, they'll go against it. I'm just saying, do you have one thing that you cannot get rid of in your life?
Say again, if I have one thing that I can get rid of in my life?
No, that you cannot get rid of.
Oh, there is no thing that one is not able to get rid of in one's life.
So you're not emotionally stuck to something, or you're not. So basically, what you're telling me, you don't like any, like you don't have any favorites. You don't.
In my
Okay, my bad.
worldview, the mind is free from any conceptual limitations. There only exists self-limiting beliefs, and you are free to manifest whatever you want to manifest if you were to so put your body, mind, and spirit to it.
I see. Okay, so you don't have a thing that you cannot live without. So understand.
No.
You do not get attached to them. You can just say, okay. But let's say the people that get stuck to those things, okay? And let's say tomorrow the world becomes vegan. There'll be an outrage. You can't lie. Because people, let's say meat is gone. You cannot eat meat no more. People will go berserk over it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I understand animals is like bad. Like, no, like killing animals is bad because they did not do anything. You are right. They did not do anything. But you have to feed the whole earth, you know? Not earth, but like some areas. But look at this. Look at this way. World hunger is a thing, though. You can't lie. World hunger is still a thing throughout the globe. And it's still going on. And meat production and meat industry are struggling to produce meat, you know? And that's a bad thing because killing animals is bad and we have killed a lot. And the rate meat is coming towards us, the consumers, is the rate is pretty slow. And people have started going to alternatives like being vegan or pescatarian. But they can't somehow, or not can't, but their body can't do it. Or they just can't mentally prepare for it. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
Like, continue.
Yeah, I guess like our conversation should be more grounded in like your justifications as to why you perpetuate animal suffering when you don't need to. Like, why aren't you vegan yet? Is what the conversation should be about, in my view. So, do you have any thoughts on that at all?
Of what? Of what?
Why aren't you vegan yet?
I'm not vegan yet because that's a tough question. I'm probably not vegan because I've tried to be vegan and pescatarian and I couldn't do it and I gave up on it.
Why couldn't you do it? Couldn't you do it because you couldn't do it or because you gave up on yourself?
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't live with the lifestyle.
Why couldn't you live that way?
It was just not for me, you know. I mean, I didn't like it. I mean, okay. I just didn't like the supplements of actual things. I mean, I did eat kind of other supplements of other than meat. I ate like tofu and stuff. Other more, I don't remember.
So you're saying that the moral philosophy of not commodifying animals and eating them, taking their life away from them unnecessarily, just didn't fit for you?
Pretty much, it's not that I couldn't live without me. Just I couldn't live with the lifestyle, just plant-based.
What is it about that lifestyle that is not able?
It's just not as good as meat because when I had it, it was not the same. It was not the same enjoyment. It was not the same things. I couldn't get enough protein out of things. I ate a lot. I was eating like a horse when I was becoming a vegetarian. I was trying to become a vegetarian, and it didn't work out for me.
But for me, it was completely opposite. I went vegan and I derived much more satisfaction from my food. So we cannot base our conversation in what you prefer.
I mean, everybody has different palates, you know?
Yeah, everybody has different palates. Therefore, the conversation about veganism is not about our subjective differences in palate, but rather about whether or not we are justified in taking life away from an animal unnecessarily for our taste preferences.
Yeah, we do kill animals for no reason.
Exactly. So you fundamentally agreed with veganism in terms of its philosophy. Now the next step is for you to change your habits around so that you live in harmony and embody that understanding.
It's even if you say it's not as easy as you think it is for a person. I mean, it is as easy as you say it could be, but not for everybody. Not everybody has their own like flip like that.
But recognize that you are able to, if you recognize firstly that you
No, I did recognize it for a long time. And I did try it. But I told you yet again, because I love food. I really love food. And I
love food as well.
I just didn't find the same satisfaction throughout being a veganism.
The reason that you're not getting enough satisfaction is because you're not putting enough effort in and you're not placing it in the right context in relation to the philosophy being the guiding principle, and then finding out different sources of satisfaction that is able to mediate that which you feel is lacking, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yes. So I hope you are able to find some alternative ways to find some satisfaction, perhaps by looking more into nutrition, looking more into the health perspectives, because you fundamentally do recognize the moral philosophy. It's just that you are struggling with something inside of your mind that is dragging you away from the philosophy and making yourself justify the behavior.
I never thought about it like that.
Well, after I went vegan, I spent the next 2 months, I watched a lot of videos on nutrition, on the health perspectives, and I found a great amount of healing in that, and like looking into all the positive effects of eating plant-based made the transition so much easier. And there are so many good things about plant-based products, like fiber, like phytochemicals, like anti-inflammatory compounds, like immune system reinforcing compounds. So many good things that are found in plants that are not found in meat. And so this like interest for nutrition becomes a driving, motivating factor for the willingness to go vegan as well. So maybe perhaps what you're struggling with is the lack of knowledge in terms of that, perhaps.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I would then highly recommend you to look into that, and maybe you'll find some higher purpose there and some motivating fuel and drive to aspire towards veganism once again and find that flame within your soul.
I'll try about it. I'll think about it.
Yeah, do that, Luke. And please, if you want to add me on Discord, feel free to do that, and I would love to talk to you about it. And if you ever do have any questions, just send them to me, and I would be more than willing to help you out.
Yeah. So
sweet. And I thank you for our conversation. And
I bet.
Take care,
guys. Bye.
Goodbye. That was a great conversation, Luke. I appreciate that very much.